The American Nightmare: How Mount Baker Roofing Betrayed the Workers Who Built Their Dream. In the so-called land of opportunity, a grotesque betrayal has unfolded, one that exposes the moral rot beneath America's shiny facade of fairness and justice. Mount Baker Roofing, a construction company based in Washington, hired undocumented immigrant workers to complete their roofing project. They worked hard, under the blazing sun, building someone else's dream, until the company decided they were no longer useful. When the job was done and the last nail was hammered in, Mount Baker Roofing made a phone call, not to process payment, not to thank the workers, but to call IC, Immigration and Customs Enforcement. In one heartless move, the company ensured it would never have to pay them a single dollar. Instead, they handed them over to federal agents like disposable tools. This is not just a case of wage theft. It is a moral crime. It is modern-day exploitation wrapped in a flag and sold as patriotism. The double standard of American values. America loves to preach about freedom, hard work, and dignity. Yet the same system that claims to reward effort allows corporations to cheat, abuse, and discard the very people who build its homes, pave its roads, and feed its economy. These undocumented workers are invisible until someone needs cheap labor. Then they suddenly become essential. The moment the job is done, they become illegal. Mount Baker Roofing didn't just break trust. They weaponized immigration law as a tool of theft. Calling IC was not about legality. It was about saving money. It was about using fear as a business model. The true face of the American dream. This incident reveals the cruel irony of the so-called American dream. For many immigrants, that dream ends not with success but with deportation, humiliation, and stolen wages. They come seeking opportunity, and they find exploitation. They build America's homes, but have no home of their own. And companies like Mount Baker Roofing thrive in this system, protected by loopholes, indifference, and silence. Because in America, corporations rarely get handcuffed. Only the workers do. Accountability must be demanded. This is not an isolated story. It is a mirror of a broader, systemic sickness. Until there is accountability, until companies like Mount Baker Roofing face severe legal and financial consequences, this exploitation will continue in the shadows of every construction site, every farm, every restaurant kitchen. The call for justice here is not political, it's human. The workers who were betrayed by Mount Baker Roofing deserve compensation, dignity, and a public apology. ICE should not be a weapon for corporations to avoid paying their debts. Mount Baker Roofing may have saved a few dollars by betraying those who built for them, but they have destroyed something far greater, the moral foundation of what America claims to stand for. This is not the American dream. This is the American shame.